Some of the other interview questions that are very common is like, tell us a bit about yourself, or tell me a bit about yourself. How would you go answer that?
So tell me a bit about yourself is a tricky one because you always wonder whether you want to start from the latest to the earliest or the earliest to the latest. Now, in the personal statement, we talked about how you want to start. It's not a college personal statement, so you want to highlight your achievements of the past few years. And tell me a little bit about yourself. You're allowed to go all the way back. You can start from I was born in this country and this is how I was raised and I always had these siblings and this is where I fell in the birth order and it framed my personality in this way and I have all these friends and I've traveled to all these places and this is what I value in life. And when you talk about that stuff, they're already getting a feel of who you are as a person and what your personality is like. So the next question from that is going to be probably a follow-up of these questions, which is why tell me a little bit about yourself is a great question for is your opportunity to tailor your own interview. Whatever you tell them about yourself, they're going to go off of. So if the guy sitting in front of me, if the person interviewing me looks like a tennis fan, then I'm not going to make this up. This is a facet of my personality. We have so much to tell about ourselves. We are such rich people and we've lived 21, 22, 23 years by the time we're applying to dental school. So there's a million things we could tell about ourselves. So the skill comes from identifying what the other person could latch onto, because the reason they ask that question is to segue into something else. So see what they're comfortable segueing into. Do they have gators all over? When I interviewed at Florida, there was like college football pictures everywhere. And I'm not the most diehard college football fan, but I can talk about it. I
Yep.
know about it. So when he said, tell me about yourself, I would never say this to anyone else, but I casually mentioned that I was a University of Michigan Wolverines college football fan. And that resulted in a very impassioned conversation from him. So,
That's so interesting. One thing that one of my friend did was she looked up the interviewer ahead of time. Nowadays everyone has a cell phone. You could Google anyone. Because she knew ahead of time who is going to be her interviewer on the interview day, so she had, let's say, half an hour, and she looked up what kind of work she does. So if she's a general dentist, or if she does research, and she connected through that researching experience. So that's an easy way of like connecting with people if you don't have many other ways, or if you feel that you're awkward talking about football, because many people they don't feel comfortable talking about football all the time.
no, exactly. That's an excellent point. That's what I meant. Like football was just an example,
Yes.
but if you know what your interviewer is into, then you can tailor your own answer of tell me about yourself to the things that you think they want to hear to
Yeah.
some extent or can talk about, because you're not just trying to put yourself at ease, you're trying to put them at ease. You're trying to create a relaxed, friendly environment.
Environment. Right.
Exactly.